Would you say this if your father was in government? El-Rufai's wife tackles her son over Tinubu. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got in this morning. As our headline for this morning says here, that would you say this if your father was in government? El-Rufai's wife tackles her son over Tinubu. Well, Hasida, the wife of Nessa El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna, has tackled Bashir, her son, for criticizing President Bola Tinubu's administration. The two members of El-Rufai's family were tackling each other on X on Tuesday after Bashir said a mental illness was tormenting Tinubu's media team over the presidency's recent attack on former President Olusegun Obasanjo. On Sunday, Obasanjo described the 2023 election as a travesty and positioned that Nigeria must appoint new credible leaders for the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), with short tenure to prevent corruption and re-establish trust in the institution. The presidency felt insulted by Obasanjo's remarks and questioned the former president's moral ground to make such a statement. Bayo Onanuga, spokesperson to President Bola Tinubu, said Obasanjo presided over the most fraudulent election in Nigeria's history. Onanuga added that subsequent administrations have been battling the poor choices in economic management made during the former president's tenure. But in his post, Bashir described Tinubu's media team as influential clowns for attacking Obasanjo when inflation is at 33%. The post gathered severe comments, one of which was from Hazida, the former Kaduna First Lady, asked Bashir if he would be saying this if your father were part of the government. Underneath Bashir reply was that underneath Bashir replied that his father would have resigned by now due to the failure of the administration. He added that El-Rufai would have disassociated himself from the government. And that was all that happened recently concerning this headline today this morning, which says that would you say this if your father was in government, as El-Rufai's wife tackles her son over Tinubu? It is a very big fight that is happening on Twitter at this point in time. It all started when Obasanjo of recently described Tinubu's presidency as a failed state, described Tinubu's administration as failed, saying that Nigeria is sinking, saying that they need to change INEC chairman for a peace and credible election, so that the people will have trust in the electoral process in the country. And the presidency of Tinubu, they felt so insulted as Obasanjo threw that statement to them, because Obasanjo was saying that Nigeria has failed, Tinubu has failed, INEC has also failed. The election of 2023 it's not supposed to be, the outcome is not supposed to be that they rigged the election, all this. And Bayo Onanuga, we all know Bayo Onanuga now, the spokesperson for President Tinubu. Yes, Bayo Onanuga, he was the one that carried the matter on his own head. He presided over the most fraudulent election in Nigeria's history. He says that Obasanjo was the one that presided the most fraudulent election in Nigeria's history. He also said that subsequent administrations have been battling the poor choices in economic management made during the former president's tenure, meaning that Nigeria is still suffering from the poor decision that Obasanjo made during his tenure. That's what Bayo Onanuga said to Obasanjo. But in Obasanjo's post that he posted, Bashir described Tinubu's media as influential clowns. Yes, Bashir insulted Tinubu's media that are insulting Obasanjo. He called them ineffectual clowns. They said that you're attacking Obasanjo when inflation is at 33%. How can you be doing that? You're attacking somebody that his own tenure was good, and your own tenure, inflation is at 33%. And that post alone from Twitter, it has gained a lot of comments. People are just commenting, like people are supporting Bashir, people are insulting him also. But one of the comments that caught the reporter's eye was his mother. His mother replied to him, asking that if your father were in government, will you be saying this type of thing? Yes. And Bashir replied to his mother saying that my father would have resigned due to the failure of the administration. Well, me and you can agree that yes, this Tinubu administration has failed. Yes. And at this point in time, these are politicians, they don't even know what to do at this point in time. Yes. Well, under the comment section of this particular headline, let me read some comments on Twitter. At Shigozi says that, please, Ma, you have just spoken blunder. It is present and not past tense. It should have been if your father is in government and not if your father was in government. Remember, El-Rufai has not been president. You can appreciate him. Thank me if you like. These stupid people under the comment section. Okay, Otoyo Olu said that let's be clear about what's going on in the country. Why is Mrs. Ariza El-Rufai defending this lack of lecture performance in governance of the nation? Is it because she and her family are not affected by the hunger of high cost of living and insecurity in the country because they have been in government for over the years? In addition, if El-Rufai were to be in this government, he wouldn't have resigned at all. Was he not in Buhari's clueless and nepotistic government? Why didn't he resign? True. This person just said everything that that is supposed to be said at this point in time. It's true. Like I like what this person commented. He said that why is this woman defending Tinubu's government? For like seriously, you're just defending Tinubu's government, knowing fully well that Tinubu's government has failed. And number two, he also corrected her son's statement saying that if your father is in this government, your father will not resign because it's true. Nobody can resign because he like money. Everybody likes money. So I'm not sure your father would resign. He should resign. Who will not be giving him money? Uh because yes, your father was in Buhari's administration that was also bad. Why did he not resign? It's not when politicians are all the same thing. Well, Abiha Dango said that Obasanjo is the major problem of this country. It was Obasanjo who was the first military head of state to steal the nation's resources, wealth, and he was the first to conduct the worst election in the history of the nation. So, on what moral ground is he condemning the last general election, if not for his selfish interest? Eh, this is somebody that's also insulting Obasanjo. Why is everybody just saying that Obasanjo conducted the most worst or the worst election in the history of Nigeria? Yeah, I was not alive at that point. Oh yeah, I was a baby, so I can't say. Okay, Kalu Ashiku said that, Madam, your son is telling the truth to everybody. Your son is telling the truth to power. What he said about the present government is true. Nothing but the truth. How can the government that is operating at 33% inflation rate claim that they are doing well? President Obasanjo remains the best president of Nigeria ever elected by the people. So, Madam, your son is a different personality from his father and is entitled to his opinion and evaluation. Abio, it's true. How can an administration that is running at 33% inflation rate be saying that they're doing well than Obasanjo? When Obasanjo was president, I don't think there was something called deflation. That inflation of the word was not even in Nigeria's dictionary. Or what do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button as big on with the notification bell so that anytime I have any new video, you will be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.